Hi everyone, I'm Mindy Eggen, and in this video, I am going to walk you through the July 2024 release from Gina Designs. I will have some separate videos where I am creating projects with this release, but this video is just focusing on the release itself. And if you stick around to the end, I'll give you a little sneak peek of some videos to come. First, I want to start you out with products that are now sold individually. This means that last month you either couldn't purchase them individually or they were part of a kit or the freebie. So this first one is called Guiding Light. It was actually one of the incentive sets. So if you purchase $75 or more from Gina Designs, you automatically get a free gift. And this one, you could purchase the dies separately. Now also sold individually is Just Keep Swimming. This was actually a part of the Sunny Days card kit. So now you can purchase this separate stamp set and the coordinating dies. Keep in mind that you can either just buy the stamp set or you have to buy the bundle, which would be the stamp and die. The dies are no longer sold separately. Also a part of that card kit was the Delicate Flower. So there was the large stamp set. There was also a set of stencils, I think were a part of the kit. And in this, I do have some leftover elements that I had foiled in a previous video. I will make sure to link that video up in the top corner. But the stamp set, you could stamp the images. There's a coordinating die to die cut everything out. And then there are Polyglaze sheets that were purchased individually. And these where you could foil the design. So it's Polyglaze, you just use your fancy foils to foil it. And then there is a coordinating stencil that you can use to color in the images. So this is that coordinating stencil to either color in the stamped image or the fancy foils. And then there's also the twisted stems. Now, this may have been available for purchase separately earlier, but it happened to be on my pile, so I'm going to show it to you here. It is a beautiful layering stencil. Again, I have a video featuring the stencil that I will link up here in the top corner. So most of these items were available either in a kit or as an incentive set. So now they are sold individually, and I'm going to move into the brand new release for July 2024. This is Sweet Friendship with these adorable bears. I am loving these little guys. I happened to sit down the other day and I just did a bunch of coloring. So I colored up those sweet little bears and the flowers and that little wagon. I also went ahead and stamped out the sentiments. Loving that they have coordinating dies for these sentiments. And then there's also just some cute little images I stamped or colored in, and that is those two little birds and then that cloud up there. So there's the stamp set and coordinating die you can purchase in a bundle or the stamp set individually. Then we have these Smiling Blooms, another beautiful stamp set. This one has these gorgeous floral images and those whimsical sentiments. Again, can be purchased in a bundle to get that coordinating die, or you can purchase the stamp set separately on its own. Gotta love having coordinating dies. I know it's an added expense, but boy, they sure come in handy. So again, I had done some coloring off screen. This one happened to be using my Copic markers. So I colored in some of the images and die cut them out. I also had gone ahead and stamped out some of the sentiments so you can see how close and how good those coordinating dies are when it comes to the sentiments. It makes it super handy when you want to pop those up for dimension on the front of your card. The next set we have in the July release is called Metamorphosis. I did not have a chance to play with some of these as far as coloring or stamping them out yet, but they are gorgeous sets. Love those large caterpillars and that beautiful silhouette butterfly. There are some areas that you could color in to add that color to your butterfly. More beautiful sentiments and also the coordinating die. I really want to use those butterflies on a silhouette card with ink blending, of course. So those are some gorgeous images. And then our next set is called Sweeter With You, and it has this it's a Lisa set. So what does she call it? Wonky, loosey-goosey. Definitely a beautiful Lisa set where you can color in the peach or you can stamp in that salad image and add some kind of fun detail to it. There's that smaller peach there. You have leaves and also some flowers. The next set we have is called Message in a Bottle and super unique. I love things with pirate ships, this message in a bottle type of theme. So you have some waves, you can either put a message in the bottle, you can put a pirate ship in the bottle. I love that. I think it's super cool. Dies to cut things out. And of course, some very scripty sentiments that you can add to go with these images. Our next set is called In a Pickle. So I'm assuming this is pickleball. We have pickleball sentiments, we have a net, you have your paddles. I personally have never played, so I'm not sure of all the terminology, but these are so fun. The sentiments are really cool. So if you are maybe really into pickleball or you know somebody that is, this is a great set to create a card for them and really customize it for their hobbies and interests. So this is called All at Once, All Occasion. Super awesome set. You can stamp out all of the sentiments at once. You can also die cut out all of the sentiments at once. So I did a whole bunch of those off screen, either heat embossing or stamping. Now you can get this set right now during the July release with a $70 or more purchase from Gina K Designs. It's going to be automatically added to your cart. You don't have to look for it or add it. The only thing is that if you want a coordinating die with it, the die needs to be added to the cart. So if you know that you hit that $75 or more mark, go ahead, add the die to your cart because you really want this die. So next in the release, there are also some new die sets, and these are really neat. This first one is called Hello Sunshine Trio. So there are 3 dies in it. You kind of have your base layer, which is that top piece there. Then you have the word hello and the word sunshine. And I went ahead off screen. I did a couple of them to have ready on hand when I'm ready to put my cards together. So you have my base layer is white. The sentiments just die cut out of black cardstock, and they layer the sunshine word kind of layers on top of the word hello. Now we also have one that is thank you trio. Again, you're going to have 3 dies in this. There's your base layer. Then you have thank and you, and that those are going to layer together as well. I will bring this one up close so you can get a better look at how it layered on top. Now this one, the word thank is going to layer on top of the word you. At least that's the way I did it, and I think it looks pretty cool. I actually used 2 layers for the word thank to make it stand out just a little bit more. Now there is some new stencils coming out. I only have one of the new stencils. The other ones I'm going to show graphics of them at the end. But this is the Twirl It Checks, and I just did a really quick sample. I didn't twirl it, didn't do anything fancy with it. I just ink blended it. And sometimes I will do this just to see how things look on the front of a card. I don't necessarily do it the way it was meant to. I just like to see what it looks like. And the first thing I thought of was a picnic blanket. So I think that's a really good idea to just maybe change it out, make it red, and turn it into a picnic blanket. So now we can take a look at the card kit for this month. Now the card kit products are only sold in the kit this month. When the next release comes out, these products will be sold individually. The card kit is called The Good Life. You're getting 2 large 6x8 stamp sets, a coordinating die set for both of those stamp sets, and a layering stencil for that floral set at the top. So we're going to walk through each of these individually. This is just kind of a quick look at those products. I want to take a look at this one first. This is called The Good Life. Lots of really fun summary images here. There's quite a few drinks on here, which I thought was pretty interesting and very fun. And I think these would also work really well with the postage dies and stencils. So keep that in mind when you get this, as I think this would make a really fun kind of postage collage. Or even using the postcard stamp set if you happen to have that in your stash. Now this is the Wishful Florals. So mine is getting loved. I've been using it quite a bit. It's upside down here at the moment, but it has that coordinating die in the back. So you're getting dies for the floral images, the small sentiments, and the larger sentiment. So this is a stamp set which also has a coordinating stencil. I am going to have a video using the stencil and that stamp set, so be on the lookout for that. I'll give you a little sneak peek of my project here in just a moment, but those are going to color in that floral image quickly for you. Now, also sold, but this is individual, this is not part of the kit, are the Polyglaze sheets. And I believe you get 1 sheet of each design in the Polyglaze. Don't quote me on that though, I'm not 100% sure. but you can foil those with fancy foil and then use the stencil to color in the images. This is something I did last month, so I can link that video up in the top here for you if you want to take a look at that. This is one where I was just kind of playing around with some colors and the foiling of it, so we have that beautiful shine to the images. So while using the stencil to color in the image is super quick and easy, I will be using my Olo markers to color in the image. And I'm going to give you a look here in just a second on a card that is going to be coming up hopefully tomorrow. So whenever you're watching this video, hopefully the next day, I will have a video up showing the process of this card. But everyone's been asking for coloring videos. So I'm going to be coloring this with my Olo markers, and you'll catch everything and all my tips and tricks in that video. Also being released this month is the Intri-Cut Magnetic Platform Set. Gina has answered all of your prayers in this one because I've seen the comments in the group and she answered all of them for you. So what this is this is going to replace the platform that you get in your Intri-Cut machine. And it's going to be fantastic. You are going to love it. So in this package, you are getting a platform. So one side has that shiny metal side. The other side kind of looks a little funky, but this is your magnetic platform. You will always use this when die cutting. Now the second piece in this set is going to be your cutting mat. So it is plate C. One side is gray. You can see I've been using mine. The other side is black. It is the magnet. It is not a cutting plate. You always want that black piece down. So the gray plate, you always want to cut into that gray mat. Now that is separate because later on, Gina's going to be selling those gray mats individually. So as we wear and tear and use our Intri-Cut machine and our plates, you're obviously going to need them. They don't last forever. So Gina will be having replacement mats available. And then there's also the plate B, which is your clear mat. And I've seen people say this a lot. They really wanted a clear mat. Gina's got you covered. So you'll place that on top. So you'll need all three of these to do your regular sandwiches. Here I have the platform. I have that plate C. I have my cardstock. I'm placing this so the coordinating die is kind of face down. So the cutting edge is face down. You put your plate on top and run that through your die cut machine. I love this. I've gotten a chance to play with it a little bit. So far, so good. And I think you guys are going to love it too. Now, there are a few other products I don't have on hand, starting with the stamp set. And this one's called Everything Brighter. Really neat stamp set. I can't wait to see what Gina has in store for it. I don't have it just yet, but I will be getting it soon. Then there is a layered sunshine die set. So this is available now, and I'll be playing with that in the near future. Some stencils we have are stencil builders. This is the pointed oval stencil builder. Then we have a dotted swirl stencil builder. And there's also going to be a raise stencil builder. So these are available for purchase now. You can find them over on the Gina K Designs website. And I am going to have everything linked down below in the video description if you want to take a look at those. Now, if you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. Here is that sneak peek I promised you using the layering stencil and stamp set from the card kit. So in a day or two, once everything goes live, I will be linking my videos down in the video description as well. So for now, I hope you keep an eye out on my YouTube channel. I would love it if you subscribed and hit the notification bell. That's going to let you know as soon as a new video goes up. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's walkthrough, and I'll see you again soon.